As long as the feeling of individuality exists, unit beings see the diversities in the multidimensional, imaginative flow of the Supreme Entity. Their vision thus impaired by non-integral knowledge, they run in pursuit of these diversities and make themselves their slaves. Wherever there is a unit mind, there will be spatial, temporal, and personal factors. The Absolute Entity. One who is beyond the periphery of those three factors is eternal. He is the Absolute Entity. Others are only relative truths. This endeavor to liberate the unit consciousness from the unit mind, the base of all relativities, is what is termed sadhana. And in this endeavor one must free the self from the domination of the eight fetters, bondage of lineage, vanity of culture, false sense of prestige, hatred, doubt, shame, fear, and backbiting, and the six enemies: anger, greed, lust, pride, envy, and enchantment. The degree of bondage on the human mind is determined according to the intensity of the propensities, which are of various types, some pertaining to physicality, some to reacting momenta, some to education, etc. The unit mind can only guide and control its propensities when its actions are original. In all other cases, the mind is guided by the propensities themselves, which may be good or bad. The propensity through which one expresses one's psychic power depends, in most cases, except in the case of renal actions, on the influence of physical constitution, education, and the environment. Hence, to maintain purity of the psychic propensities, the purity of the body, the reacting momenta, and the environment is crucial. It is not altogether impossible for someone to be transformed into a virtuous person if his or her neighbors are good people. We can describe the collective endeavor of ideal neighbors as the purification of the body, education, and environment with the help of the collective mind. We are perfectly aware of the fact that if education, the environment, etc. are uncongenial, it becomes impossible for even honest people to be virtuous. In our practical life, we call those people great who knowingly or unknowingly keep their unit minds engaged in cosmic ideation. But those people who attach excessive importance to the microcosmic ego, thus begin to discriminate between objects and individuals, become a burden to society. You may have seen priests who, after preaching eloquent and verbose religious sermons, get themselves entangled in useless arguments with the laity over their sacerdotal fees. Such people shed copious tears whenever they preach the all-pervasiveness of God, yet strive to maintain their purity by keeping the so-called untouchables at a safe distance, called purity. Such people only eat food after first offering to the Lord, yet are very concerned about the cost of the cook. This discrimination is the distortion of an analytic human mind and is the characteristic of those who want to keep their Lord at a distance out of contempt. As a result, they will never attain him. To attain him, the unit mind, the base of all such discriminatory feelings, has got to be immersed in the cosmic flow. There is no other way. If someone argues that an arum dish rather than a potato dish should be offered in the temple of Jagannath, because potato is non-indigenous, it is the hate of absurdity. Does Jagannath make any discrimination between different countries? Is there any difference for him between the river Ganges and the Jordan? All lands are his own land. Everything is within his mind, created with his own atoms and molecules, and resonated with his sacred ideation. Those whose preachings encourage such discriminatory feelings are the worst enemies of humanity. These are the people who in every age in the name of religion have caused blood to flow, and have injected the fear of heaven and hell, of ghosts and demons into the human mind. These are the people who made human beings lifeless puppets, and even today These vested interests are still trying to perpetrate discrimination in 1,001 ways. It is said, one who knows Brahma becomes a Brahman, but this definition of a Brahman is inconvenient for them, so they have declared that the son of a Brahman is a Brahman, and the son of a Vipra is a Vipra, whether they merit the title or not. In this way they have cheated the simple, mute and gullible masses for centuries together. They do not have the key to salvation. No, they hold only one thing in their hands, the binding rope. They don't possess the spirit or the valor to sing the songs of human emancipation. Their eyes do not shine with the radiance of universalism, but squint with the greed and cruelty of vultures. Buddha was the first person to revolt against their cruelty and devouring greed. He declared unequivocally, Na yacha pashalo huti na yacha huti brahmana, kanmana basholo huti kamana huti brahmana. Nobody is born low. Nobody is born a Brahmin. Human beings are considered low only because of their bad actions. But when they see Brahma in each and every finite entity and act accordingly, they attain the rank of Brahmin. They become established in integral knowledge. A Brahmin is not a caste, it is not a rank, it is the vast cosmic entity established in universalism. Mahaprabhu Chaitanya also sang the song in chorus with Buddha. He said, Shandal, Shandal na yadi Krishna bale, Vidya na yadi Ashat pate chale. An untouchable is not an untouchable if he takes the name of Krishna. A Brahman is not a Brahman if he follows the dishonest path.